Hi guys, greetings to you all, and once again I welcome you onto the Stratford Africa channel. So Manchester United once again embarrassingly lost the Manchester derby yesterday. The final score line was 6-3 in favor of Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. That is what we are going to be talking about in this video. So it has taken me like a day to really think deep about that game and calm down my nerves so that I can really look at the game as it happened and put my emotions aside. Because if I was to break it down yesterday, I would have been so emotional that I wouldn't even know what to talk about. But having taken time to cool off and to think through it and having rewatched the game a couple of times, the highlights and all of that, I think I'm now in the right frame of mind to talk about that game objectively. You understand? So please let me know your thoughts about the game in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, smash a like on the video, and let's get into it. So first of all, let's take a look at this picture. This is the incident in the first half that set the tone for the disaster show that we saw yesterday. You understand? Because yesterday we really came out to catch City on the break, and we had a very nice opportunity here to catch them on the break. All Sancho needed to do was just play a one-time pass forward. We had two Manchester United players running towards the City back line, and City were short in numbers there. Sancho had two City players on him, and there was only one player far there with two Man United players running towards that guy. So all Sancho needed to do was to play that ball to that area and continue his run. If he continued his run, he would have split the two City defenders on him. One would have followed him, and then one will have to pick out the other Manchester United player, and the one with the ball would have been through on goal. And I strongly believe we would have scored from that incident, and from then on the story of the game changes. But I don't know what Sancho was doing there. He had a very bad game yesterday, which we will be talking about later on. He wanted to control the ball and take the two guys on, and he lost the ball from there. And then from a very nice opportunity, we lost the ball, and the next time we got the ball was when we picked it out of our net and we were 1-0 down. And then from then on, our bad habits from last season set in. You understand? The doubts in the players' head started playing to them. The confidence level started to drop. The lack of effort we saw last season cropped up again. And then from that incident on, City were on top of us. They were very physical. Our boys couldn't match them. We lost all the individual battles, especially in midfield, and we left our defense exposed numerous times. You understand? Foden and Grealish, they kept getting one-on-one situations against our fullbacks, and I kept asking myself, where are the wingers? Where is the midfielders? They refused to track back and help out, and left our defenders out to dry. You understand? So the bad habits of last season is what cost us the game yesterday. Forget about all the tactical setup and the tactical approach and the tactical instructions. If your desire, if your fighting spirit is not there, then must forget it. No matter how good tactically the coach sets you up, if you come on the field and you fall short of effort and you fall short of desire, then you are already shooting yourself in the foot. And I think that's what cost us the game yesterday. We made it too easy for Manchester City. The individual battles, we lost them all, and we kept giving them like big spaces to drive the ball into. I remember a couple of times Kyle Walker picking the ball from their box and running through all the way through our midfield. Aki did it a couple of times, and Akanji also did it a couple of times. De Bruyne was running through our midfield. There was nobody to tackle him. And our wingers yesterday, especially in the first half, they played very poorly. Sancho, I've already talked about how he cost us with that incident. and his defensive work overall was just poor. And Anthony also in the first half, he wasn't tracking back. That is why we went into halftime with 4-0 down. We didn't play together as a team at all. And Manchester City, they really studied us and they knew how we were going to approach that game. So if you look at their full backs yesterday, they weren't overlapping that much. And their centre backs were very alert, waiting for the ball over the top, which Bruno kept playing time and time again, but it wasn't working. So we needed to calm down our nerves and keep the ball for a bit and wait for the right moments to then try and pick out those passes. But we lost calmness and we kept playing the Hollywood passes that has cost us all this while. You understand? So that is what led to our defeat. Our boys were not physical enough. They didn't wanted the win as much as Manchester City's players wanted it. I know all the headlines will be about Haaland and all of those things, but like, change the scenario and put Haaland in this current Manchester United team, and he will be feeding on scraps up top there. You understand? So I think our midfield situation still is a very, very big hole, and we can't pass the ball well. We can't even put three consecutive passes together without not losing the ball. And yesterday, Eriksen, he had a nightmare yesterday. He was being bullied defensively. What even annoyed me the most is that when Varane was off injured, and that corner, Haaland's first goal, where was the tall and physical guys, the likes of McTominay, them? Where were they? And then Eriksen was the one marking Haaland on that corner kick. It didn't make any sense to me. And even Ten Hag himself came out after the game and said that wasn't the plan. So who threw the plan out of the window like that? So these players, the onus lies on them. The problem is with them. They have let us down time and time again, and they did it again yesterday. You understand? So in my opinion, moving forward, I think changes has to be made to the first 11, just as Ten Hag did it when we lost to Brentford. These guys will have to suffer a consequence for their lack of effort yesterday. So I think people like Casemiro, people like Fred, people like Luke Shaw, them will have to come back to the team just to show that we really mean business. If you want to stay in this team, you have to be consistent at a certain level. You understand? I don't really blame our backline too much, because yesterday we left them exposed like we've been doing for the past seasons. You understand? So moving on, I still trust Erik Ten Hag to fix this team, because he has been with this team for just 5 months, and Guardiola has been here for 6 years or so now. So his project is nowhere near complete yet, and a lot of this, the current players will not make it with Ten Hag. So we need to give him time. He will build this team to the level he wants, and all of these profile mismatches in this squad, I believe he will deal with it, and in no time we will come back playing football the way he wants. He has had to abandon his tactics and play this counter-attacking football just to suit the current players that we have. You understand? So I believe he will do that and then build his philosophy along the way slowly. You understand? So please let me know your thoughts about the game and all that is happening around Manchester United. There are reports that Varane's injury is not any serious injury, so we are hoping to see him back playing for us very soon. And that's all that I have jotted down from the game. It's really sad, it's really bad, but the second half was really good, because when we came out for the second half, we kept our composure and we stopped playing the balls over the top, and we kept the ball better. And then from that, we were able to score 3 goals. You understand? So if we had just kept a little bit of composure in the first half, the game would have been a different story altogether. Even if we would have lost, but the 6 goals we considered, we wouldn't have considered that. You understand? So the guys needs to ground up and steady how the manager wants them to play, and play to the instructions. Stop running around and just doing all that, like doing things individually. On the field, play together as a team, help each other out. You understand? Our fullbacks, they don't overlap That is why Sancho and Anthony mostly they get double or triple teamed. So they seem to be ineffective because people don't see them taking on players. But how can you take on players when you have 3 or 4 defenders already standing in front of you? But our opposition teams will play in the way that they will always get our fullbacks isolated against their wingers. You understand? But our fullbacks will not overlap to help out to drag players away and give the wingers chance to attack players one-on-one. And the other way around too, when players are getting, battered at the back, our wingers will not track back to help our fullbacks. So I don't know what they work on in the training ground, because our wing play is not good at all. It's not good. There's too much laziness in our team, and I as I said already, I trust Ten Hag to fix that issue and bring in players who are technically good enough to play for this team. So let me know your thoughts again in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't, smash a like on the video and share it. Until we meet again next time, stay safe out there. Have a nice time to you all. Bye bye.